this was just a very short illustration of what I really want to talk about. This is Mussorgsky's picture of exhibition, orchestrated by Ravel. The meeting of two geniuses. And the point which I try to make, that some of the pieces are maybe better on the piano, one or the other equal in brilliance, and of course, but a majority, the pictures, are better with this brilliant orchestration of Maurice Ravel. Promenade is an exhibition of pictures by his friend Hartmann, and the composer really walking through this exhibition. He had a very clever, brilliant idea that the 10 pictures been connected with a so-called, he calls it promenade, which again brilliantly move into the next mood of the next picture. So he used it as a sort of musical introduction to the next picture. So the first picture, called Nomus, or the little man, little frightened man, the illustration of that little frightened man is absolutely wonderful, musically wonderful, and I think orchestrated is even better. Little fellow is troubled, he's afraid. And that description on the piano would be quite wonderful. He's afraid. He's hiding. Now, Ravel orchestrated the woodwind, and the character of that woodwind, again, I can't do it as well on the piano. Maybe I can't play it well anyway. But the woodwind has a character which is incomparable. We have to watch that the character is, he is frightened. He tries to hide all the time. Not, he says, oh yes, and the very end of don't overdo it, it's forzato and not terrible long, because that is then funny equally. It's neither back, no ooh, that's between. One. Next movement, next promenade, make a contrast, Deutsch. He then brings back the promenade, but this time on low horn, gentle. He makes a slow movement to the next picture, Il Vecchio Castello, the old castle. Somewhere an Italian impression. Medieval castle, and the troubadour, il trovatore, singing outside. That's the singing. Now, Ravel had a wonderful idea. That beautiful melody he put on saxophone. And by that, the whole get a medieval sound. Real loneliness and lean forgottenness and beautiful, gentle medieval sound. I think it's a brilliant idea. The next promenade has again a little more heroic character, forte and rather somebody marching with very firm steps. Now, Ravel again used the full orchestra in beautiful effect.
Short. It's an 8-note by Mussorgsky, it's a pause. That's what he wrote in the piano score.
The next movement is the Tuileries Gardens, children playing and quarreling. Mussorgsky wrote for me rather a strange tempo marking. He wrote allegretto. I don't believe it is right. I think it should be faster. And of course, against also me, the orchestrator, Ravel, because he orchestrated that difficult motif on oboe. And I'm certain when I rehearse that my oboist is, oh my God, I can't play that in that speed. But I think a good player can do anything in any speed. So I am certain this is manageable.
The mother is coming and intervene. Tempo. Not gentle, not gentle. Give me my doll back. Now watch string. Don't kill, don't kill. Don't kill. Now you come out. That's you. Would you make the mauvais? In a sort of maximum pleasure would be that the beginning bar a little louder than the second, and then make a little crescendo between. You can help him. In the middle, a little crescendo. It would be wonderful, that speed, because that's another character.
The next movement is called Bidlow. This is a cart slowly driven by oxen. Now, here is the only, I think the only dangerous omission by Ravel, that he totally changed the dynamics. He had envisaged something like a cart, an oxen cart coming from far away, get started very soft, coming nearer, get louder, and again going out of the other side of the stage, so to speak, and get again soft. Now, Mussorgsky didn't do that. Mussorgsky composed that immediately. In medias res, the Bidlow is here, before you, the oxen cart, fortissimo. And that's what Mussorgsky wrote. So on. I don't understand the reason. I even flirted with the idea to change that back to the Mussorgsky dynamic, but it would mean that I had to reorchestrate it. So I left it. I will leave it as it is. picture which I see, this is a Polish oxen cart, heavy loaded with hay in summertime. And one man may be beside walking, but all is very hot and very heavy. The animals really suffer. But when the oxen cart arriving in full orchestration with side drum, give the illusion as heavy and terrible, hot and difficult to carry, that is a wonder. Now, here are the little chickens. The ballet, he calls it a ballet, the little chickens. Now, this, of course, piano, very difficult, and one can do lovely things with it, but on the orchestra is this color of pizzicatos and piccolos and woodwind. This is quite remarkably wonderful. What do? Okay, before I repeat, would you do me one favor? Watch that we don't grow too much too quickly. They are not bulls. They are little chicks, as little as that. Not grow too quickly. And he says something very enchanting. He says, ballet, dance. So it is a dance. Come, we start on the other, that's the second time. 1, 2. You don't need as much pitch either. Okay, that's you. Try to make, don't break the trillion. Don't break the trillion. Okay? Maybe you can do a little more discreet, pianissimo. Don't stick out. Tatiana! Appoggiatura! Tatiana! Okay? Very good. The next. The title is, that is two Jews. One is the rich one, with the heavy fur coat called Samuel Goldenberg. Other is the little one, the red beard, Shmuel, very little suffering, little complaining little Jew. On the piano, as the first part, the rich one, is absolutely beautiful also. It is really equal. Ravel orchestrated that on full string only. I think this is equally good on both ways. On the piano has this lovely register at the piano, while the string, most of it in G string, has a marvelous lamentoso. All the world heaviness and drama and sorrow is in that unison, is unison also on the string. While the little Jew, who is speaking too much, too fast, and wants always something, is orchestrated with the muted trumpet, which of course is incomparably wonderful. you can't do that really on the piano. It's half as good as on the trumpet. The piano is like that. You can see this little red-bearded Jewish boy, youngish, very young. It's wonderful. Now then, the two coming together. One is complaining, other is do this strange kind of, and they're playing together, marvelous way. The next piece is called Limoges in France, the marketplace. And the subtitle is La Grande Nouvelle, the great gossip. So there are women, marked women who selling things and big gossip going on. Very like a vicious gossip. Now, Mussorgsky wrote to illustrate this gossip, divers sforzatis, partly on the beat, partly after the beat, syncopated sforzatis. Ravel left out the accenti, like that. Ravel orchestrated only. While in Mussorgsky is that. All these heavy accents. I will try to reinstate. I wrote it into the part, string as woodwind. Later on. It's all the time, it's like that. I hope it is working.
Now, let's make half speed and first see how this accent goes. I give you anyway 3, 4, 3, 4. Forte. Now, here's the first. Again. Same again, forte. 3, 4. Listen. Oh yes. It works.
movement is called catacomb, a Roman cemetery, Roman underground cemetery. This is one of the most beautiful Mussorgsky pieces. Harmonic invention is brilliant. Now, here in that bar, which I just played, he writes, strangely enough, crescendo. But how do you do crescendo piano? Once you put the tone down, there is no way to make a crescendo.
Molto, molto! It's like an And again.
Before Mussorgsky left the catacomb, he reflects about the mood of the catacombs. Although he used the promenade motif once more, but in a very strange, sad way, he has a subtitle to this, Con mortuis in lingua mortua. This is simple. This is the gate motif, but in a very gentle minor key.
Soft, soft, soft. Let the woodwind lead. It's not your color. Soft. My dear string, soft, please. Soft, soft.
Now we are arriving to Baba Yaga, which is a Russian legend, I suppose. We have our legends also, the witch living in a big castle. The music has an amazing tonality, late romantic, early Schoenberg, I would say, or early Stravinsky.
Sforzato, missing. Sorry. There's sforzato. Put it in. On two. Every bar on two has sforzato.
The Baba Yaga leads straight into the great gate of Kiev. And this is a beautiful piece of music, starting in 1 forte and ending up with 3 forte, in the middle a gentle sort of candlelight procession, the monks. Now the music starts like that. That sounds equally wonderful on piano also, but when it comes to the end, when bells and cymbals and the whole weight of a tutti orchestra play, I think it is quite magnificent. You through now in both ways, piano and orchestra, the piece, I feel that there are, as I mentioned at the beginning, there are a few movements which probably better on the piano, like the introduction, like the rich tune. But there are a few movements which definitely gain enormously through the orchestration of Ravel.
To conduct this masterpiece is one of the joys of my musical life. The collaboration between the two geniuses over a half a century is a miracle.